Thanks for joining us for episode 3 of this series. We're going to start in Revelstoke and take a walk around the pit stop there and learn a little bit of history about the area and Mr. Wooden Head. Then we will continue west on the Trans Canada and we will stop at Three Valley Gap and explore the ghost town that's there and learn a little bit of history about the area. Okay, this is kind of cool. Wooden water pipes, I guess. Oh, cool. An old drugstore. We are off on a road trip today. We are heading from Calgary to Vernon, but we're going to have a few stops along the way. Thanks for joining us. This is tunnel number 6. So we're on the downward side. We're still going west, and we're going downhill after Rogers Pass. So the 5, I think, or 6 that we passed, we're on the way up, and now we're on the way down. Oops. There's some construction going on here. They're not doing construction on the long weekend here. They often just stop for that, but all the barriers and everything are still up. This is kind of pretty with the waterfalls coming down off the mountain. But kind of nerve-wracking too, because there's just a drop beside us. At least it's not down into the valley, but we are heading downhill from Rogers Pass towards Revelstoke. That's usually something we see in Alberta. Don't usually see tractors in BC, but obviously they have them. I'll wait for these campers to go by so I can pass him. Whew. That was a little bit nerve-wracking. This is the view as we're driving towards Revelstoke. It's very pretty with the trees all around. It's a different kind of mountain. It's not the Rockies anymore, I don't believe. I don't know what they're called. Maybe they are the Rockies, but they're not as high and rocky as the ones by Banff and even at Revelstoke, or sorry, even at Rogers Pass. All right, we're finally coming into Revelstoke. I don't know why, from the sign where it says there's 2 kilometers, it feels like a way more than 2 kilometers. But we're gonna, oh, not here. We're gonna come down the hill and then we'll go to the park. Jet can have a little bit of a walk. So for people exiting the highway needing a break, the town of Revelstoke has set up an interesting traffic pattern that funnels people past the gas stations and the fast food restaurants and towards the rest stop park, which is worth a stop. Okay, so we're parked. We are in Revelstoke, in the park at Revelstoke, I guess. Gonna take a little walk. This is such a nice little rest stop here. As soon as Jet stops sniffing, I'm gonna go look at this giant wooden man. Come on, Jet. Let's go see what this is about. The story of Wooden Head was created in the 1930s by a local resident in his free time while he was working on the Big Bend Highway project. He used an axe and some chisels and wanted to sculpt. Government officials were so impressed with the creation that they took the finished sculpture and set it along the highway as one of the first road safety warnings in BC. The sign advised speeding motorists to not be a wooden head and slow down. That's too funny. And then Trans-Canada Highway opened in the 60s. Wooden Head was moved to town in 2005. Restoration and the construction of the little shelter for him happened. That's too funny. I find stuff like that pretty interesting. We continued on with our walk. There's lots of families that stop and people with dogs. The main park here, you can see the highway and the bridge.
It just has a basic loop with playgrounds and picnic tables in the center and around it. If you are a dog owner, there's great quality dog bags here. There's a little map here that outlines some of the pathways that are here. There's a better one closer to the front of the park. As you continue on, you can see this building ahead of us. These are brand new washrooms, nice and clean. And yeah, that's our little walk. Then we discovered the sign with better pathways on it.
Where are we? Oh, we're here. We're here. The park there. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we just had some news, a little bit of a change of plans. The family members that we were going to stay with in Vernon they're not on alert yet, but there's wildfires nearby, so they're packing things up. They're not sure if they're going to leave. Apparently there's lots of ash in the air. It's just not a good place to be right now, and we don't really want to add to the stress of them. So we're going to go to different family members who live near Salmon Arm. And yeah, so still relatively the same route. Did ask them, should we just not show up? And the family members that are up by Salmon Arm said, oh, no, the skies are blue and the air is clear, relatively clear up there. So they said still come it's a big family thing this weekend. So we'll still go. All right, so let's exit Revelstoke. It's kind of an interesting traffic puzzle. I don't know what the right word is, but yeah, I'll show you what they're talking about.
As you exit the park area where the businesses and stuff are, you're forced to take a right and you go around this traffic circle. There's some sit down restaurants there if you want something other than fast food, which is nice to have that option. You go around the traffic circle. To our left is the park area we were just in. To the right, there's a Big Shell, Tim Hortons, stuff like that. You make a left onto the highway and you travel west. We continued on for 15 or 20 minutes, and then we found ourselves at Three Valley Gap, and we're going to take some time to go in there and explore the ghost town.
This is Three Valley Gap. It's a old ghost town. It's a hotel. I don't know. I'm just going to see if it's pet friendly, and if it is, then we'll take a walk around, and if it's not, then we'll save it for a day when Jet's not with me. That train says Toronto, Canada on it. Three Valley Ghost Town. Looks like there's a restaurant here. The Walking Taco. Buy tickets at the theater. Antique cars and trains. I need to get a parking spot. Oh, that looks like a spot right there, as soon as these people are out of the way. Yeah, perfect.
Hello.
Hello. I see the sign. Perfect.
Yeah.
Just me. Well, and him, but
And are you staying at the hotel?
no, I'm not. I just want to take a quick look. Sorry, he's nosy.
No, that's fine. That's $18.
Thank you. Whew.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna get a storm.
I think so. Well, let's hope there's no lightning with it. And
Well, it shows on it that there is. So,
oh, of course.
so there are things to see upstairs.
Okay.
When you come down, just follow the rugs all
Okay.
the way to the door, and that will lead you right here to the entrance.
Okay.
There are bathrooms in the roundhouse as
Okay.
well as behind the
Perfect.
stairs.
And the dog's okay upstairs?
Yeah, he can be with wherever you are.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we started upstairs as we were suggested to do. Up here, there was a really eclectic collection of things. There was everything from fossils, kind of interesting, from all over the place, really. There were also lots of bottles, some signals from trains, blue and brown bottles, looks like beer bottles as well, but kind of cool. There was even lanterns. I confess I didn't really see the connection between all the different collections that are there, but each had the story of their own, which was really interesting. There was also a view from upstairs looking down into a really amazing theater. I did ask her if the theater is ever used for live shows, and she said, no, it's not. It's just a recreation of something that would have been around for the time period. So, through the souvenir shop and onto the rest of the ghost town exploration.
Oh, that's the same theater we saw from upstairs. Oh, wow. This is amazing. This is absolutely cool. Look at all the pianos. Please do not touch. There's like all these old pianos here.
As you exit the theater, you go down a long ramp. You can see here it's getting pretty windy. There was a storm moving in, so I raced to the first building and started looking around. But they've recreated a whole town here, so there's lots to explore.
Oh, wow. Looks like a whole bunch of miners' tools, I guess. Well, that's like laundry stuff. Barbershop with the bathtubs. I guess they just collected a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of tools, machinery. Huh, that's pretty cool. Mineral display down this way. Well, that's kind of the backside of what we just saw. The assay office, I guess is that the land office? Yeah, when people make their gold claims. Oh, I think this is the Railway Museum. No idea what any of these things are. Oh, you can hear the wind. That's a giant CP rail. Oh, the wind is just blowing like crazy. There's nobody else in here with us, but it feels like there is. Oh, there's a second level too. Oh, let's go down. What's down here? Is this a mine?
As you head down the ramp, you see a recreation of a gold mine. And when you go up the ramp, there's actually a recreation of the gold miners' camp.
Okay, this is kind of cool. Wooden water pipes, I guess. Used to transfer water and sewer for centuries. From the 1400s, wow. Well, that one's not, but that's when they started using them. Okay, the rain has stopped for a few minutes, so that's good. This is kind of cool. There's lots of old buildings here to discover.
As you move deeper into the ghost town, you'll see there are some modern buildings of different ages, really, but this particular one has some bathrooms in it.
Train rides that way. I wonder if we can get on a train. That'd be cool.
So we decided to head towards the train station and see if we can get a ride. You can see there's a park there. That building kind of to the left there with the big red roof, that's actually the train museum. But we moved into the train station. There's some cool stuff to see in there as well. Could we get a ride? Sadly, no. We entered the ghost town just around 4 o'clock, and by then the train rides were done for the day. So if you want the ride, plan ahead.
Yeah, the sky's all overcast now, so instead of being smoky, there's moisture in the air. Hopefully that moisture will get rid of some of the fires and there won't be the lightning, but I fear that it'll come with lightning. Silver Spoon Saloon. Let's go this way. Yeah, there's the saloon in there. Kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Let's see what's up here. Upstairs of the saloon, I'm guessing it's like bedrooms. There's a parlor of sorts, so you can sit and relax. Look down on the saloon. Ooh, it's carpeted. And then you've got some bedrooms. Huh. And again, oh, this is a fancier bedroom. She's got a satin bed. I'm just reading the information brochure they gave me. Three Valley Gap, the whole facility, I guess, was imagined by a guy named Gordon Bell, who was born during the Great Depression. He imagined building a sawmill, ranch, or lodge complex that would offer his family the opportunity to work and live in a healthy environment. So after he married his wife in 1953, they bought the property here, and they started the Heritage Town in 1961. Interesting. They just started to get artifacts as people found out about it. Then they would move stuff in. They had some money from the provincial government, but most of things are donated, and every building has a separate story. That's really cool. He passed away in 2007. His wife passed away in 2022. But the Bell family still runs this. That's pretty cool. So that's Three Valley Gap. It's got such a pretty view. I'll get it again when we come back this way so you can see the chateau, but it's pretty cool.
Thanks for joining me, and hopefully you discovered something that you're interested in exploring a little bit more as well. In the meantime, please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And remember, don't be a wooden head.